car chase for 2 hours. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Real Review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the movie Mad Max Fury Road. Mad Max Fury Road is a long-awaited sequel to the original trilogy that George Miller made back in the day. This movie might be the action movie for all the other action movies over the next decade to beat. Mad Max Fury Road stars Tom Hardy, Charlize Theron, and Nicholas Hoult, and this other dude with this mask thing. Yeah. This movie is insane. Literally, this movie is crazy. It is insane. I mean that in the best way possible. If you haven't seen the original trilogy, you don't need to going into this movie. They set it up pretty well. You get a sense of Max's history from some flashbacks and things like that. There's not a lot to the plot of this movie. Essentially, there's this like oppressive dictator guy, and Charlize, her character, she steals some stuff that this guy really cherishes, and he pursues her to get it back, and it results in this 2-hour car chase spectacle. It is fantastic. Most of the stunts are practical. You do have some CGI stuff that you can't do in real life. This movie sets the bar of action to a whole new level. You're not going to see stuff like this, I don't think, for a long time, or at least till the next Mad Max movie comes out. I read somewhere that George Miller has been working on ideas for Fury Road for the last 30 years, and they've all kind of exploded out of his brain onto the screen in this fantastic display of post-apocalyptic insanity. Yeah. This movie does a really good job at setting up the world that it's in. You see the oppression, there's nothing there, there are no resources. Water is the most precious thing. Gasoline is probably the next precious thing so they could drive their vehicles. The acting in this movie is actually really, really good. Tom Hardy does a great job. Charlize Theron does even a better job. And then Nicholas Hoult, this guy that you don't think is gonna be like a main dude, is great in this movie. He brings this character to the table that's super interesting. Even though Max is the main character in this movie, Furiosa steals the show. She's really the one that you're watching. You're rooting for her as well. If you're a fan of action, this movie has some of the most insane stunt action that I've ever seen. It has some of the most bizarre and crazy and cool car creations I've ever seen in a movie. And I wanted to see a little bit more of Max's character do some things. There was one instance where Max was going off to do something pretty cool, and they didn't show it. You kind of heard it in the distance, but he came back and he was like, good to go. And I wanted to see that. That was one thing I was like, I wanted to see Max do stuff. I wanted to see him punch some people in the face or something, you know? And it didn't happen like I wanted it to. I give this movie a 4.5 out of 5, and I would say go check it out in the theaters. If it's still there, see it. If not, buy it when it comes out. It is absolutely out of its mind in the best way possible, and I think you'll really have a good time. Did you see Mad Max Fury Road? If you liked it, comment in the section below. If you didn't like it, also comment in the section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and have an awesome rest of the day. A lovely day.